should we want to? Why don't we do a walkthrough of the
Okay.
tracks as well? Do you want me to walk through my side first, and then you walk through
Yeah, yeah,
yours?
go on.
In the drums, I actually had a bit of a challenge with them at the start. So because I found this really cool kick roll. So if I just single that and I go back to the start and I play that, it's actually a triplet when you start off. But then when you get sort of later on into it, I can also turn on the automation. It turns into a different beat.
Right.
And so there was a lot of work I had to do. I'll just turn that off. There was a lot of work I had to do just to sort of get that going. And including even with the side chaining, I had to edit the side chaining which was on the bass as well. The drums, I normally go for a drum loop because I find that's easy. Because I'm still just learning, dude, and so, but I am, sometimes, and I basically challenge to put myself out the best track I possibly can
Yeah,
essentially
fair enough.
every week. And so just grabbing a drum loop is one way that I do it.
I mean,
Yeah, and then
yeah,
then the percussive. So well, let's go through each of these. So the drum loop. So it was a very acoustic sounding drum beat. I loved
are
it.
you actually playing them, Dave? I can't
Yeah,
hear.
you can't hear it. All right,
I
hang on.
can't. I, yeah.
Give me a minute. I'll have to, if I stop sharing, reshare. All right. The kick roll. And so see how it sounds. The triplet. Can you hear that now?
Yeah, it's a little bit high, but yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So go changes as a different beat from when it starts. But yeah, then I had the original. If I just go through the drum loop, so it's a very acoustic sounding drum beat, which I love. Then I had this snare that I backed in as well. That kick roll, which I'd edited, and then there's that percussive thing that came all the way through, which I really love, particularly the panning of it. There was a really cool loop. The issue I had
Oh,
with
okay.
it, yeah, the issue I had with this was it had this one sound in it, which was just awful, and so I had to edit it out, which I'm glad I did because it's a wonderful sound that came through. Now the chords were in D sharp minor, so I'll go to them, and then I just used a Serum. I can't open the preset pack because I don't have it on this one, but anyway. But if I just single out the chords. I really love that sound that was coming out of, and I'd only just started playing around with Serum as a synthesizer.
Yeah, so that's your main synth. That was the
Yeah,
one that I certainly got behind when I first heard it. Yeah.
yeah, awesome. Did I have any? No, I didn't have any automations on that. And then what I do is I generally just grab the bottom notes and I copy them into my bass line, and I use that to make my bass line. And so if I go play the bass line, I had this chunky bass chop. Plus, I had a pump compressor coming off the side chain, just dipping it so I could get
Yeah.
the come through. So that was the bass. There we go. How's that?
Yeah. So these are lush, right? But I noticed they're only in two sections in the track, so I think this is
Mm,
probably something that I would have done differently in my
right.
one.
Yeah. So they were the sort of the main chords, and then the lead I played in myself, um, uh, just using my Ableton push, and yeah, as I was saying, what I was thinking when I was going through this was try again, go, try this, try that. Um,
Yeah, this lead, I love this lead.
yeah, I had automations going on it the whole way through as well.
But yeah, and I think when you see my one, I didn't really move away from this lead. I just
Yeah,
varied it and made it. I gave it a bit of character.
yeah. No, I loved it. So what I did in the lead there, so first up, I faded it in using a utility automation, the gain coming in, and then as it goes through the drop, I brought in an auto filter, the frequency. I dialed that down, so when you play that, you'll see it pulling that back. Just to make it a little bit darker as it gets a little bit further along. And then I had sort of other automations and stuff sort of as it came through. Then we got onto the arpeggio. So the way I did the arpeggio was I took the chords and I just added, which I do this quite often. I just add an arpeggio at a MIDI controller instrument, a MIDI effect, and find a nice sound, and then that way it's always within the right, obviously the right key. I just had it going on the 16th, so that was quite nice. And then we got into those vocals that we spoke about. With them, I did put some echo on them as well. So if I just zoom in on the vocals, you can see that's where I turn on the echo effect. Oops. And so with that as well, I had a ping pong effect on it as well, if I know rightly. Yeah, so ping pong, and it was quite wet.
Yeah, you see that echo device because I
Yep.
because I don't have echo.
Yeah, that was
That
where you were having trouble.
Yeah, so it meant I got all the echo of that vocal, but it came in and I didn't
Yep.
have the plugin to initiate it, so it caused me
Right.
a bit of challenge.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
That's all right. It's all
All
right.
right.
I like that though. That echo plugin's nice. I might have to
Yeah.
look into getting it. It gives
Yeah.
it a good, really nice, wide and airy delay. It's lovely.
Yeah. No, I loved it. So, and then the other vocal at the end is the "Talk to Me" one. So,
Talk to me.
so that's and that's just a cut down vocal I took from some other sort of sample. Um, and then on the effects side of things, just as we go into the break, I've got this clap that I bring through. And then the other effect is that weather that we were talking about, rain and thunder. And you can see with the EQ, I put a shelf on it just to make it look airy at the high, and then cut um, at about 30, um, just because I didn't want it natural sounds and things like that. I didn't want to bring any mud into the mix.